SummerSlam 2025 Night 1, SummerSlam Saturday, is in the history books, and there was a lot of history. Most notably, the end of the show, which, yes, indeed, my new nickname needs to be the Oracle. Not Paul Heyman, and certainly not Draven, because 6 days ago on this channel I said they're going to reveal that Seth's injury was a work because they have been very cryptic about it. He's going to come out and cash in either during the main event or right after. And that's exactly what happened. CM Punk wins the WWE World Heavyweight title, and then immediately following the victory, Seth comes out with Paul Heyman. Heyman's got the briefcase. Seth's on crutches, basically saying, I got a year to get it off of you. Turns around, drops the crutches, just throws them down, runs in, cashes in on Punk, hits him with the briefcase a bunch of times, and then hits him with the curb stomp. 1, 2, 3, new champion. Now, the story of the Punk Gunther match was that Gunther was pretty much dominating him during most of the match. I mean, he had Punk on the ropes for a straight 8, 9, 10 minutes. And I think that's what weakened Punk. That way, when Seth came in, it didn't take that much to knock him out. And so what happened was they get to the outside, and this is tremendous storytelling. This is great storytelling. So Gunther ends up getting busted open. He's bleeding and he's freaking out because he's never seen his own blood. He's looking at it. Great storytelling, man. Incredible. And then Punk takes the advantage, makes a comeback with the flying elbow from the top, hits 2 consecutive go-to-sleeps, and gets the title. Tremendous in-ring storytelling, dude. So, if you have not seen the show, which I just spoiled the end, but I'm just going to say this. This show was pretty average. The only matches I think that you should go out of your way to see is the main event with the cash-in, as well as the opener. Those 2 matches I thought were worth it. Everything else I felt was not all that important and somewhat skippable. So first of all, I want to highlight that they sort of buried Travis Scott in the pre-show. Now, I normally don't watch the pre-show. You know what I mean? I normally don't watch it, but I was in the shower. I got out of the shower before because I was taking a shower real quick before the show, and I heard Paul Rosenblum, whatever, that guy. He basically said, he said, if celebrities want to, they want to be a part of this company, they have to realize it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication. And Jelly Roll's put in his work. So he puts over Jelly Roll. Now, the reason why I think that was a shot at Travis Scott is because earlier this week it was reported that WWE's done with Travis Scott. And I am so happy to hear that. What a complete waste of time. Putting him with The Rock in the biggest angle of the year so far, and having him come out during WrestleMania, and just the dude's horrible. He hurt Cody. Travis Scott, I've been saying it, dude. I don't give a damn how many people like his music, how many albums he sells. I don't want him in the company. And there you go. So it's whatever. The main event, though, went 30 minutes. It was a classic Gunther match. He was actually throwing chops to different parts of the body, and and I already told you the story earlier. So the opener was Roman Reigns, Jey Uso against Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed. This was way more chaotic than I thought. They went about 21 minutes. They were going all around the ring. There were just a manic match. The story of the match early on is that they wanted to keep Jey away from tagging Roman. But when Roman got in there with Bron Breakker, man, it was kind of magic. I'll tell you this. This is the first time we've seen Roman come out without Paul Heyman, except for WrestleMania, for a big match. And man, it is different. It is so different to see it feels wrong to have Roman come out without the wise man. It feels wrong. But the match was really good. At the end of the day, in my prediction video, I said that I think that either Jay's going to get pinned by Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed's going to get pinned. And that is what happened. Bronson Reed got pinned by Jey Uso. But that's okay because the group, the New Dangerous Alliance or whatever you want to call them, they won the night with Seth cashing in. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, he can take a pinfall loss. The Roman story is not over yet, clearly. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss then went on to defeat the Judgment Day. Now, during this match, I did step out. I did not see this entire match. From what I saw, it was fine. I was surprised because I was not the oracle for this match. I did not think Charlotte and Alexa would win, but it does. I'm not against it because they can always rematch Roxanne and Raquel down the road. Like, it's not really a big deal, you know. And ultimately Charlotte got some gold this year, and Alexa hasn't had gold in a while. Let's not forget she took a long break. So from what I saw, it was okay. So Sami Zayn carrying Cross. This match was basically like a Raw main event, or like a Raw TV match. Decent work from both guys. Karrion Kross is a pretty decent wrestler. I wouldn't put him in there and say he's like Will Ospreay or Kenny Omega, but he doesn't have to be. A big part of Karrion Kross's presentation is the fact that, you know, he's more character based than he is like in ring. You know, he's a character, but unfortunately, you know, he and I said in my predictions video that this would be the time to make him win if he got a big pay-per-view win. If not, he's going to sink back down, and that's what happened here. Sammy closed off the feud. The feud's definitely over now. I don't know what they're going to do with Cross. They can still push him somewhat, but he's going to have to get some TV wins to get his credibility back. Now, the big shocker of the night, in my opinion, was Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, because Jade Cargill did not win. Tiffany Stratton won. Now, this match features two women who are not all that experienced, so they were smart enough to keep the match short. This match was 7 minutes. You're not getting Rhea Ripley level stuff here, or like, you know, Io Sky or Asuka. They're just on a different level. I think tomorrow's three-way, SummerSlam Sunday's three-way is going to blow this match out of the water. But the fact that they went out there with relatively little experience, I mean, they've only been really training these two women for 3 or 4 years. Not a lot of ring time, but the match they worked, I thought, was fine for what it was. Again, it felt like a TV match. To be honest, Tiffany's match that she had with Stephanie Valkyrie recently, I thought was longer and better. Now, Tiffany, she's still the champion. This is turning into a long title reign. She's got over 200 days as champion. So, and the shocking thing was Jade Cargill getting pinned clean. They were setting it up that where Jade was going to hit her with her finish. Instead, Tiffany like sort of did like a reverse monkey flip and then did the prettiest moonsault ever to get the pin. So that feud is, I would assume, over. We'll see where they go next. Then we had the match I did not really care about. Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul against Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. It was a celebrity match, but it went a lot longer than I thought. It was about 17 minutes. A lot of character work. Jelly Roll was actually pretty decent, especially since there wasn't a lot of time for him to get in shape. So Jelly Roll I thought was pretty decent here, as much as I don't really care about any of I don't care about the celebrity aspect of this. I do care about Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton, And the fact that Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul won the match means that the feud is going to continue even without Jelly Roll. And I will say this too, there was one part of the match that Jelly Roll exposed the business. This is all part of his lack of training. They put him on a table on the outside, and they were setting him up so that Logan can do a flying splash from the top rope through the commentators table, the announce table on ringside. And you can see him not only moving his neck up to look and see when Logan is coming, but he also adjusts and move. You can see him actually moving up a little bit to make sure that when Logan comes down, it gets him right in the middle. So he absolutely exposed the business. If you missed this, go back and watch it again and keep an eye on Jelly Roll. Like how I guess he didn't think the camera was on him, but it was, and we saw it. We saw him, adjust so that way Logan can hit him, and it happened. So I don't want to see Jelly Roll in the ring ever again. I don't care. It's just a little attraction trying to get Jelly Roll's fans, I guess, to watch WWE. I don't know. Night 1 was okay. I didn't think it was all that great. Historic because of the main event and the opener. Besides that, it was just okay. It was just okay. I already mentioned a couple of these matches sort of felt like TV matches. I think Night 2 has way more potential. The IC title match, the women's 3-way, the cage match, the TLC and Cena versus Cody. I think that SummerSlam Night 2 has a real strong chance of being the best PLE of the year if you count it as 2 separate PLEs. So those are my thoughts on SummerSlam. Make sure you leave yours in the comments. Let's see if my prediction for Cody's turn, because Cena did turn on SmackDown somewhat last night, which was very awkward, but I think they're doing it. It was awkward until I figured out what they were doing. They were trying to get sympathy from the fans early. They were trying to get the fans to buy into Cena being a face early. That way, when Cody goes, quote unquote, too far, coming up tomorrow night, that people will care. That's the way I see it. So Cena's going to go back to being the old John Cena for one night as champion. Maybe he'll even bring out a spinner belt. I don't know. That would be something, wouldn't it? But that's tomorrow, so I'll be back then. I'm sure it'll be quite the night. For now, take care.